guys, NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game. The opening tip's won by the Utah Jazz. Harden to Bledsoe. Harden to Mo Bamba. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
It's so difficult to block a guy like that with that kind of athleticism and length. Your timing almost has to be perfect, but pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the rim.
Screen coming, and scores.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
To Bledsoe. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Ooh, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
It's Sacramento ball. Knocked loose. Jazz pick it up.
I'm hearing some boos from the crowd. They know, just like I know, you're not getting back on D.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Hey, switch, I got him.
Mo Bamba powers it through. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
No good. It's a big finish. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
From the outside, no good.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Harden, James Harden, 2 for 2. That's what you want. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Why even try that time?
I'm going to start calling him the windshield wiper, just erasing all the mistakes.
And he finishes at the rim.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
The assist from number 1, the current constant.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
It just seems like one of 3 things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a 3. Pick your poison.
Yes, D'Angelo Russell, 2 of 4 now.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
James Harden fires for 2, and that's rebounded by the Kings. Smith now into the front court. 9-point margin. To the rim, lays it up and in.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
Runner's good there.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody would be wilding on the court. Guarantee it.
Kings have the basketball. Russell to Gasol. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down. Jazz will take a timeout as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Videos, interviews, and features. You can get all that and more, including the opportunity to attend a post-game press conference. Visit the
Short jumper and a putback slam.
If you know anything, it comes down to who wants it more. And right now, the offense is just hungrier.
Murray into the front court. Counting down towards a minute to play here in a very tight opening quarter. Curling inside, and they call the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
DeJounte Murray at the line for 2 shots. A career 70% free throw shooter. First one, counted. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. It's in the hands of James Harden. James Harden. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
Okay, hacking does still exist. Might be setting the tone for the second half here.
DeJounte Murray has got 2 shots coming. Hasn't missed yet. And hits the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. Harden. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a 3-point play. No foul.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Runner here won't go down. Smith with the basketball. His team down 9. From the painted area, won't go down.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
Number 3, Utah Jazz are in.
DeJounte Murray, couple of free throws on the way. He's perfect from the line so far. Can't connect on the first free throw. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. Not done yet. Layup's good at the buzzer. Nice finish to this first quarter. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Parker into the front court, trailing by 10. Oh, you can't do that.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
DeJounte Murray to Nowitzki. Nowitzki, he's finally on the board, makes his first shot.
Strong finish, that's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
To Bledsoe. Fires the 3, knocks it down, and the foul. He's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
It never would have been a foul if you didn't give him space. Your job defensively is to stay attached to him at all times. Force him to put the ball on the ground and drive and make a shot over the trees below.
Seth Curry with a chance at a 4-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter. And he connects at the line. Kings with the ball. Knocked loose. Out of bounds. Last touch by Eric Bledsoe. It remains Sacramento basketball. Jazz have it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Bledsoe slams it down.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make 2 bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
Bledsoe. Oh, nice find for the basket.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Murray into the front court. Down a bundle to Randolph. Shot from the lane won't go. Oh,
Whoa! Get that out of here.
message sent, Jay. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Randolph. Oh, I missed a short one there. Danilo Gallinari tips it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
He gets it.
Did you see that change of direction mid-flight? And also the English he utilized to spin the ball off the rim? That was a thing of beauty.
Now a whistle. It's going to be a timeout for Sacramento as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Yes, D'Angelo Russell. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Jazz have the ball. Gallinari off the mark. Nowitzki to Parker. Seth Curry sends it away.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
To Fareed. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
To Seth Curry. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Russell into the front court. His guys down big. Marc Gasol. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Missed a wide open look. Another follows. Still no good. To Fareed. And count the basket.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Now a whistle, and it's going to be a timeout for Sacramento as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. New blood coming in for both sides. Yes, D'Angelo Russell. With that, he's 5 for 9.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Bledsoe to Seth Curry. Has a look. Off the mark. Well contested.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Utah ball to Seth Curry. Here's a chance from long range. Second effort. To Russell. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Eric Bledsoe. He's 2 for 2 now.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Russell with it up top. 14-point deficit. And the rebound taken in by the Jazz. Fareed. The pass taken away by the Kings. Pascal Siakam, strong finish.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Bledsoe. Off the mark. No good. Deep 2 there. Won't go. First half comes to an end. A nice advantage so far for the Jazz. First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Russell into the front court. The deficit now up to 12. Bledsoe with it up top. He'll run the offense. Cleans it up. Offensive board to Harden. Beyond the arc for three, with James Harden, muscle memory, gets it to go.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
To Russell. The drive, right to the basket, gets it to go. Someone clearly missed their rotation.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Gets to the basket and scores.
D-Lo reminds me so much of Sam Cassell. He's not the fastest guy, but he gets where he wants to go anytime. The word that is key for him, potential, potential, potential. Will he be able to accomplish his potential?
Stuffs it down with authority.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
It's Harden. Brings the ball up. To Mo Bamba. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Russell with it up top. Looking to make something happen. Has a chance, unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
If you're coaching against this player, you have to throw some fake traps, some fake schemes. How are you making this player think instead of just naturally reacting?
That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
Finish that. Fareed. To Harden. Short jumper misses. Knocked loose. Jazz pick it up. Fires the three. Tough shot. He hits.
I love the pure confidence on that jumper. He takes that three despite the defender being right in front of his face. That's borderline disrespectful.
Baseline drive, but he can't finish. To Fareed. Count the basket at the rim.
And that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
The screen sets him up for two.
Bread and butter, and there are few that can do it better off the screen.
Bledsoe. Lets it fly from long range. Textbook defense. Russell. And the finish. Slam dunk. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here comes some changes. Harden had made his first couple, but he misses there.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Here's Harden with the rock. Stuffs it down with authority.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Russell into the front court. Less than a minute to go in this third quarter. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
James Harden trying to cash in. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
One of the best in the biz right there. Maybe the best.
Oh, you could sense that coming.
There is a premium market for players with that type of hand-eye coordination.
The follow won't go either.
One of the best kept secrets in the game. Utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air. Crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
And the Jazz have it. They cleared the rebound. For three, and knocks it down. And Jay, the system produces once again.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter, that's a good look.
Return label included.
The offense might want to adjust here. That's his 4th block of the evening.
3 quarters down. The Jazz. It's Utah basketball as we begin the 4th quarter, and they have done no wrong to this point. They have this game well in control.
They took control early, and they never let up. The scary thing about this team, if they keep their foot on the gas and then throttle it down, they can win this game by 50.
Danilo Gallinari trying to cash in on a 3-point play. A career 86% from the line. Free throws good. Add one more to the total. This game feels out of reach. Russell. Nice pass to set things up.
But most importantly, you have to keep the ball moving. Maybe run some floppy sets, some horn sets. Raise those bigs up, which open up the lane, and let them be the passers to make plays easier for the guards.
Count the basket inside.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Utah with the possession. It's Harden. Doesn't get the bounce. Trying to cash in. He scores on the step back. Jay, how did he get free?
Did you see the distance between him and the defender? You could pretty much put a department store between the two.
Prices coming down to Bledsoe. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a 3-point play. No foul.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
From the painted area, won't go down. He shoots, off the mark, and he'll go to the foul line.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
D'Angelo Russell at the line for 2 shots. Shoots it at 75% for his career. Misses the first. Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Harden has it up the floor. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
James Harden at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. A career 85% free throw shooter. Pascal Siakam. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Mo Bamba. Down to Fareed. Cashes in for 2.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Pascal Siakam to Russell. Goes to the left side. Down low, Randolph. Nearing impossible. No getting through.
5, Ed. That's 5 blocks tonight.
Going to launch. Beyond the arc. No good. That's great defense. Russell with it up top. Down a bundle. And the finish at the rim.
Hey, look. Pretty dudes can mix it up once in a while, too, I guess.
Seth Curry to Mo Bamba. From long range, Seth Curry off the mark. Good defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Another follow, stays out. Mo Bamba to Fareed. And he knocks it down, Jay. The Kings will use a timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Russell. Jazz have it.
You better get back on D. This thing is not over.
Fareed, a shot won't go.
See, the defender did a really good job. He stayed down. He didn't go and bite for all the head fakes. He waited until the last second to contest that shot. Way to know the scouting report.
To Fareed. Kenneth Fareed powers it down.
An easy 2. Get back on defense.
Russell into the front court. His guys down big. Has a look. Wide open look, won't go.
You see, Ed, this is where coaches get fired. It's great to have good offensive sets, but if you can't execute, then the play was a failure.
It's the Kings now with the ball. Jazz pick it up.
That's all she wrote. Dribble it out.
Bledsoe. I don't know, Jay. They have a big lead. This game is just about over. You might not make many friends on the other side with that 3.
Oh, I don't want to hear that generic coaching speak about dwindle down the shot clock, use the clock is your friend. No, if you have a chance to beat them by 50, beat them by 50. If you want to beat them by 100, keep shooting more threes.
Count the bucket for 2.
There's no stopping that. You either got to double or deny him the ball from the jump.
Russell. Jazz have it. Bledsoe slams it down.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make 2 bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
Now whistle and a timeout for Utah. High fives all around. This game is well in hand in the final minute. Harden. Add 2 points to the board. Sacramento ball. Get the cameras out. Flash on.
That's going to make a nice poster.
It's the Jazz who come away with the victory as they cruise to win a game that was never really in doubt. That does it.